Please give it up for Thomas Helmers and Tyrus Narcisse.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming tonight. As Joseph said, my name is Thomas Helmers. I'm a senior from Metairie. I have two brothers, one who graduated from the class of 2013, and one who is currently an 8th grader here at Jesuit. My dad also graduated from the class of 1987. Before coming to Jesuit, I attended St. Catherine of Siena Grammar School until I came here in 8th grade. At Jesuit, I'm in Program 3, and after Jesuit, I plan to continue my studies at Catholic University in Washington, D.C., pursuing a career in musical theater.
And hello, my name is Tyrus Narcisse, and I'm a senior from Gretna. I also have two brothers, neither of whom attended Jesuit. Before coming to Jesuit, I went to St. Benedict the Moor in Gentilly through 4th grade, and then Milestone Academy, a charter middle school. I entered Jesuit in the 9th grade, and I am in the regular college prep program. At Jesuit, I am one of the heads of the cheerleaders, on the sailing team, the rugby team, the ultimate frisbee team. I'm in the herpetology club, the green club, the sodality, and a few others. After Jesuit, I hope to attend the University of Louisiana at Lafayette to study nursing with a minor in French, and my ultimate goal is to become a nurse practitioner.
Well, I think it's obvious that I was greatly influenced by my family to come to Jesuit. But that's not the only reason I came. I was also interested in Jesuit's academics and co-curriculars. If I had to pick one word to describe my experience at Jesuit, it would definitely be involved. I take part in at least 14 different activities on campus. This year, I'm the co-president of the Philolactic Society, which is Jesuit's drama and theater club. I'm also the president of 3 other clubs, the French Club, the Chorus, and Team Jason, and I'm a member of the mock trial team, campus ministry, sodality, the Asian Club, the newspaper, National Honor Society, just to name a few. But outside of Jesuit, I also take part in a couple of other activities. For example, I'm in my parish's CYO, and I'm also an Eagle Scout.
You guys have an important decision to make, where to apply to high school. Let me give you one piece of advice. Make this decision based on sound thinking and discussion with your parents, not based on the school's lunch menu or how many goodies you get as you come in. I chose to come to Jesuit mainly because of a summer program here called Operation Upgrade. This program is a program for inner city, mostly minority students. Through this program, I learned the importance of study skills, time management, and an overall structured approach to learning. The program's director, Mr. James Michelik, was also very important to me. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. So I decided to continue with these two influences in my life. So I applied and was accepted into Jesuit, and I also decided to become a counselor in the program.
When I entered Jesuit, I had no clue about life after high school. But I definitely had no idea that a timid kid like me would end up pursuing a career in musical theater, let alone giving a speech in front of a large room filled with people. But the young man who's standing here in front of you got here today because he took advantage of the opportunities Jesuit High School sent his way. Yes, opportunities are great, but they are nothing if you don't jump in and take advantage of them. These opportunities are only open doors, and you have to make the decision to walk through those doors. Jesuit High School is going to send many open doors your way. But one of the worst things you all can do is to be fearful of walking through those doors. Jesuit teaches you the confidence to be able to walk through them, and even at times to risk failure to find something you are truly happy with in your life. My life has been so enriched by the experiences I've had at Jesuit. And I would even go as far to say that they've allowed me to grow and find out new things about myself. For example, if I had never tested the waters of the Philolactic Society, there is no way I would be on my way to pursuing a career in musical theater. But for you, if you like the outdoors, we have an outdoors club. If you want to enhance your spiritual life, we have the Sodality. If you like making music, we have the band. There are so many great opportunities and activities for you all to take advantage of when you come to Jesuit. The only reason you might not want to take part in them is if you're too busy playing video games or board games or something like that. But guess what? We've got clubs for those too.
These opportunities Thomas is talking about are all ways in which we can better ourselves. I chose to take Biology 2 and French 4 AP as senior electives to see if I would be able to do well in the types of courses that I would be taking as I pursued my degree. Taking chances, whether you succeed or not, is never a bad thing. Being perfect and getting straight A's is not the most important thing in the world. What is important is that we stretch ourselves, that we try to better ourselves. One way in which we better ourselves is how we act towards others. As Jesuit students, we are taught to live ad maiorem Dei gloriam, or for the greater glory of God. That's that AMDG you see all over campus. As we better ourselves, we give God greater glory. One important way in which we can better ourselves is if we look and see how we act towards others. Jesuit teaches us to have people feel that they are better for having known us, and to always look for the good in others.
Now, I mentioned earlier how important my experiences have been at Jesuit. And I would even go as far to say that some of them have been inspirational, pushing me to become a better man. One of these experiences took place last summer when I did my service project with Camp Challenge, an organization that helps children with sickle cell disease. Throughout the week, I remember thinking to myself how fortunate I was to be able to give back to a community that was less fortunate than the one I lived in. Working with these children and seeing life through their eyes inspired me to be able to go out there and help people more. Another one of these experiences took place while I was in France on an exchange program with my French teacher, Monsieur Benoit. As we were touring the streets of Toulouse, I remember noticing Monsieur Benoit, itinerary in one hand, directions in the other, for a trip he had been planning for several months. Everything was planned to a T. And then it hit me. He didn't have to do any of that. He wasn't obligated to take us to France, and he wasn't obligated to invite us to host students when they came here. But he did. Monsieur Benoit chooses to take the extra workload to help us better ourselves in our knowledge of the French culture. Monsieur Benoit has taught me what it truly means to be an educator and not just another teacher in a classroom.
Jesuit teaches us the values of self-discipline and accountability. No one wants an employee who is late, disheveled, and lacking in basic decorum. Just ask your parents. The structure we have here is designed to help us become men who are accountable for ourselves. Top Abshire, our disciplinarian, works very hard to help us become men who are dependable and honorable. Another way in which we can better ourselves is our service to others. Last June, I spent a week at Cruder Camp, which is a camp on the North Shore for children with mental or physical disabilities. Now, through this camp, I had a camper named Sean, who has autism. Sean taught me many things about myself. He taught me that sympathy and sensitivity are very important characteristics to possess, that patience is a virtue, and most importantly, that kindness should never be in short supply. Working with Sean was probably my single greatest Jesuit-related experience.
Another inspirational mentor who I've found through my time at Jesuit is not a classroom teacher at all, but a man behind the scenes, literally. Mr. DJ Galliano is Jesuit High School's assistant facilities manager. He also wears many hats on a daily basis, including overseeing all the technical aspects of the auditorium and pretty much everything else on campus. He has taught me a lot about lighting and sound. Right, DJ? But more importantly, he's taught me the importance of how a person does their job. I've never met a man who loves his job more than DJ Galliano. He always has a smile on his face. He has inspired me to not only choose a job that pays the bills, but to choose a job that truly makes me happy. So here's a guy who's never once stepped foot in a classroom and taught me anything academic. But he has taught me so much about life after high school. Jesuit has offered me so many great experiences, so many wonderful opportunities, and so many inspirational mentors. I truly am proud to call myself a Blue Jay. Jesuit is absolutely the right place for me. And perhaps it's the right place for you too. Thank you.
And good luck with your decisions.